You guys realize that? You know that it's Friday? I'm sure y'all get the idea of what's going on here. I know that everybody, at least that gets weekends off, is pretty stoked that they made it through this week and that they get to have a couple days where they're not slaving away for somebody else's dream to be able to make their bills. Let's just celebrate that for a second. I am still sick as a dog, man. I hate this. I'm pretty sure, at first I thought me and Jax just had some, little flu bug or something like that. I've started to suspect that we got the COVID because this thing has legs, man. This thing is just not letting go. It's got its teeth in us. I've just got this general exhaustion, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm damn tired, bro. I don't like it. And I've had COVID multiple times. I've never had it like deathly bad. I never really was like, man, this might have killed me or anything like that. I know that a lot of people like results may vary type of ish, if you know what I'm saying. Some people have definitely had it really bad and they thought it was just like one of the worst things that ever happened to them. Never got that, man. I think I might just low grade have had COVID for the last 2 weeks and I still feel terrible. But yesterday was a bad day for me. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. I don't know if everybody here saw the live yesterday, but we had a situation where Diddy's defense team put in a motion to have the video of Diddy beating Cassie Ventura in that hotel room or the hotel hallway out because they were saying that CNN had destroyed the tape, the original tape. Now, they claimed that the tape was altered by speeding it up to make it more newsworthy. And then they were saying that CNN destroyed the original tape, which would have made it so that they wouldn't have been able to use the tape in the prosecution's case against Diddy, which is a huge part of that case that they're building because it shows violent coercion. They were in a room. There was a supposed alleged freak off happening. Cassie didn't want to be a part of the grunting and the slapping and the moaning and the nonsense. It probably smelled like bussy and burnt baby oil up in that BR. And so she tried to leave and then Diddy followed her out in nothing but a towel and beat her viciously and savagely. And we watched that tape yesterday. Now, that tape goes to establish violent coercion, which is a huge part of the Fed's case against Diddy here. So, they were saying that the original tape had been destroyed by CNN, and I had some choice words for CNN, you guys. I just want to say I had some choice words for CNN. Now what we're hearing today has made my heart happy. And I want to establish with you guys a little something. I am not invested just in the downfall of Diddy. I'm not just a hater for hater's sake. I'm a hater for righteous and just cause. I'm invested in seeing the victims of any of these types of crimes get their justice. So we're going to get into that in just 1 second. I want to give a huge shout out to the mods and a huge shout out to you right there on the other end of this screen. Thank you for being here. I love you and I appreciate you guys. Autocorrect Toast said, yo, man, big man, Toast who hates autocorrect is back. Glad to have you here, homie. Huge love and respect to you. Hell yeah. Thank you for the support. It means a lot from my heart. And our good friend Anthony Cavazos, who I haven't got to see in a minute, bro. It's good to see you, man. Glad you're here with us. Said, curious what would happen if a chomo in prison asked for a tattoo. Would they get it for the right price like any other inmate? The answer to that, homie, is absolutely not. No self-respecting tattoo artist is going to put a tattoo on a chomo unless it's of something unsavory. Like my friend Jared, who did the, God, what was that girl's name, man? He tattooed the victim's name and revenge across the forehead. We actually did an interview with him. And Katie's Revenge. Thank you so much, Joe from Kokomo Corner. Yeah, Katie's Revenge. It turned out it was his little niece or cousin had been gotten and murdered by this dude, and they put him on the same unit because they didn't know they was related. We call that administrative oversight in prison. And the dude didn't ask for a tattoo, but Jared went up in his cell with a tattoo gun in one hand and a sword in the other. And he told him, check it out. you're getting a tattoo today. And the dude said, oh, of what? He said, of Katie's name. He said, oh, okay, where? And he said, your forehead. And the dude said, what about my forearm? And that's when Jared just took flight on him. Beat him up and tattooed it across his forehead. Katie's revenge. That's the only type of way that a dude like that is going to get himself a tattoo in prison and have it not be a violation for the tattoo artist. The tattoo artist himself would be in trouble with the good dudes, the solid dudes on the yard, if they were to do something like that. Commentary connoisseur, so good to see you. Thank you so much for the love and support, family. Glad to have you here with us. We're going to be talking about some good stuff today, and I think you're going to enjoy it, man. Thank you so much for being here. So, yesterday I was in a bit of a huff. I'm not going to lie. Got a little bit emotional because they were saying they were going to throw that video of Diddy beating Cassie Ventura up out of the court, and that they weren't going to be able to use it, and because CNN destroyed it, according to the defense. The prosecution today has actually come back with a statement, as has CNN. So I'm going to say this, I apologize, CNN. And it's probably the only time you're ever going to hear me apologize to CNN. But CNN says that's straight up not true. Y'all are capping out the wazoo, as my son Graves likes to say. The defense, made all of these wild claims and accusations trying to get the video thrown out. And CNN responded, but you know who else responded? The prosecution. Catherine Hammock, thank you so much. Huge love to you, sis. Thank you, Catherine. I love you and I appreciate you. That support goes a long way, and I can't tell you how much it means to me and Jax. The prosecution has said, cap, dog. 100% cap. The prosecution says not only do we have one video, we have two videos of Diddy beating Cassie. Now, if you remember in the video, Cassie comes out of the hotel room door down the hallway. Diddy almost immediately comes following after her in nothing but a towel because he was booty ass naked, probably with a dude deep up inside him. Love you, Michelle. Thank you. He probably had a dude just stirring up his guts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Probably had some dude dripping from between his buttocks when he came out chasing old poor Cassie Ventura. And she went around a corner. So the one video camera had it from one angle down the hallway. Then you'll notice around the corner, that camera can't see nothing anymore. So the assault happened predominantly in this elevator room, the lobby for the elevator up by the hallway. So that was another camera. So it would be two videos that they would have. What CNN had done for the news was they merged the two, but they're saying they never altered any of the video footage. And the prosecution, the federal prosecutors in open court today said, y'all are lying, dog. We got not just one video, we got two videos. Neither of them are altered, and both of them should be absolutely admissible in court. So, Diddy was in court Friday. That's today. This is breaking news. For a pretrial hearing in his federal criminal case when his lawyers started sparring with the feds over Cassie's beating video. The judge asked the prosecution if they had the original security video, and the assistant United States attorney revealed the feds have the CNN version and the recorded original footage. Boom, boom, headshot, headshot. That's significant because, as we reported, Diddy's lawyers claimed on Thursday CNN had altered the video and destroyed the original. Turns out that wasn't a thing. Now, this is important for the prosecution as well, because this makes the defense look like hot dog water, bro. You're coming into court lying to the judge to try to get evidence thrown out of the court, and it turns out it was all just made up. You're doing the pretensies shit in federal court. Judges don't like it when you're on some pretensies in the federal court. Joey Hoffman says he's bored at work and then he gets these notifications. Love you, buddy. I hope your day goes quick, and I hope you have a blessed weekend, family. Appreciate you. So, yeah, this is looking real bad for them, because not only is this video now going to be admissible, which is super important, like we said, because what that thing does, that tape, it establishes violent coercion. Coercion, for those of you who don't know, is when you force somebody to do something that they don't want to do. Now, in this case with Cassie, this is a great example of she's telling them in that hotel room, they was clapping cheeks, they was throating dongs, they was doing all the nasty things that I didn't want to do. And when I tried to leave, he beat me and physically dragged me back in the room. And the video shows that. So off of that, yeah, yes, absolutely low dimes, like taxes, coercion. Taxation is theft, y'all. 100%. So he forced her back in that room to force her to do the diddly things with people she didn't want to do the diddly things with. So this is the only like physical video evidence that they have entered in, and the defense team rightfully wants to get rid of it because it makes the prosecution's case. Now, Diddy is facing, right now with the charges that he has, Diddy is facing life in prison, in federal pound him in the butt prison. Not some little rinky-dink low security prison. He'd be going to the feds on some human trafficking, coercion, some other shit. I believe that they added a new charge today too, in a superseding indictment, or at least they announced, I don't know if they dropped it, but they announced that they will be releasing a superseding indictment, and the new charge is forced labor. Basically, slavery. Because Diddy was forcing people to do labor that they didn't want to do. Matthew Thompson said, cybersecurity student here, what a great field to go into, homie. That's great. My own ex-girlfriend for CP, turned in my own ex-girlfriend for CP, and I enjoyed every bit of contacting police. I would love to link up on Discord. That is absolutely crazy, man. You don't see a lot of females getting caught for CP, child pornography, per se. I'm so proud of you for turning her in, bro. That's exactly what we need to do. When we find out that somebody has child exploitative materials, you need to turn them in. There's a child on the other end of that could still be getting abused. That person is very likely to escalate that situation if they haven't already abused a child. So I 100% thank you for doing what you did. 5 Minute Tourism said, hello from Australia. I enjoy your channel. Well, welcome, 5 Minute Tourism. I like to think of this as our community instead of my YouTube channel because we're all equally important here, man. And for those of you, I know that we got St. Patrick's Day coming up. I don't know if you've noticed my shirt or not yet, but this is the new convict clothing shirt. It says, give them the Irish goodbye. And it is our St. Patrick's Day merch. So if you want to get one, you can get it right now at convictclothing.net. Appreciate you guys. The Bad Boy Records founder lawyer, Mark Agnifilo. Now, keep in mind, Mark, his wife is Luigi's lawyer. Claimed that a source gave CNN the footage, and CNN ran the video through a free editing software. I don't know why they keep accentuating that it was a free editing software. That's weird as hell. He says CNN altered the video by speeding it up and taking things out of sequence and removing timestamps. We watched the video yesterday. The timestamps were there. Not only that, but that you could tell by looking at the timestamp that it wasn't sped up, homie. He's lying in open court, in open federal court. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. You're not supposed to lie in federal court. He could honestly be sanctioned or possibly even disbarred for making these wild claims that are so easily refuted, bro. Easily refuted. They have proof of all of this. Southern Caesar said, happy St. Patty's Day from a fellow Irishman. Big love and respect to you, homie. You know, I am not a huge St. Patrick fan. So when I celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I'm celebrating the spirit and the culture and the history of the Irish people. St. Patrick, I feel, was a traitor to the Irish people. And I feel like he did a lot of damage to our history, our culture, our documentation of our lineage. So, you know, it's kind of a bummer that that's our Irish holiday that we celebrate around the world, but I do it for the Irish people, man. Fat Guy in a Little Boat said 2025 goal, get Diddy on a Badge 502 video. You know what? Badge 502 is a good friend of mine, bro. I have the utmost love and respect for that dude, man. For those of you who don't know, he is the dude, you've probably seen him, he's an EMT. So people will like do a video of stuff that they find and they'll be looking at it like, I wonder if I could put this in my rectum. And then all of a sudden he shows up on the screen and he goes, no. He's hilarious. I love that dude. He was recently on Unsubscribed. I'm going to try to collaborate with him in 2025. That's one of my goals. Sober Bang Bang Veteran, what is up, homie? Big love and respect to you. Hey, JD, this day means the most to me, knowing I'm not alone in my battle with addiction, still sober since February 3rd after my relapse at the VA domiciliary now. Veterans, there is help if you need it. Bro, I am so damn proud of you, homie. I am so damn proud of you, and you are damn right you are not alone. There is an army of us standing right by your side, either side, who will have your back. I'm proud of your journey, man. Thank you for sharing it with us and giving others hope. You are literally blazing the path, and you never know who your story might inspire to follow suit, man. Jody on 77. I assume the wood chipper is a lot cheaper than life in prison for his charges. Facts, dude. Facts. Like, if we're looking at straight on an economic basis, the wood chipper is always going to be cheaper. It don't take much gasoline, and there's a little bit of wear and tear maintenance, you know what I'm saying? But the wood chipper is always going to be a cheaper option than paying for 3 hots and a cots for people who hurt kids. As Bunny XO says, you don't get to hurt kids and then live a good life afterwards. Fuck that. Cheaper than life in prison. If I'm wrong, it's just more satisfying and good fertilizer. And you know what? We could take a negative, which would be a child predator or any type of predator, turn it into a positive by growing something. Probably not something you eat, because I don't want chomo in me, bro. I don't want to be eating carrots and kale and rhubarb. What the fuck is a rhubarb, dog? Anybody know what a damn rhubarb is? I just said it and then I thought about it and I'm like, what the fuck is a rhubarb? But I don't want to eat no produce that was fertilized by no damn chomo, because I don't want chomo inside of me. But maybe we could, do some hemp or something, make some ropes or some twigs or I don't know, something like that. Loyalty is royalty. Big love and respect to you, family. Thank you so much for that support. Huge love. Our good boy Turd Ferguson is in the chat. I have a friend moving to Ireland to escape Trump's oppression to trans people. Is it Rosie O'Donnell? I know Rosie O'Donnell just moved out there to Ireland to do the same thing. I personally would love to visit Ireland. I don't know that I would move there and stay there, but it's been on my bucket list to go to Ireland for a long time. In fact, my pops got us set up with a vacation in Ireland. I was supposed to go, but wouldn't you know it? When the time came, I had already been sentenced and gone to prison. I was sitting in prison. He took my mama instead, and I'm glad she had a good time. Robin said, being Dutch, I still get drunk for St. Patty's. Anybody who can responsibly drink, I encourage you, if you feel like drinking for St. Patty's, go for it. I cannot responsibly drink. If I put 1 or 2 in me, it's going to a bad place. But for all of you who God blessed with breaks, I encourage you to have one on St. Patty's. Asur said, rhubarb is a fruit that we like to use in a cake in Germany. It's more popular with old people. It's the German equivalent of tapioca. Well, hell yeah. Thank you so much for educating me. Trial Junkies United said, rhubarb is a vegetable, but often used like a fruit, known for its tart flavor and vibrant red stalks, which are used in pies, jams, and other dishes. See, every time I don't know something, I just admit it. Because I'm not one of those dudes who has to know everything. But you guys always educate me, and I love that. I love that. Nobody wants your merch, Dr. Pepper. Did you just call me Dr. Pepper, Dylan? Who hurt you, bro? Why are you mad? Are you mad at your credit score? Are you mad at how long it's been since the last time you felt the walls of a kind, warm, wet vagina? It was when you came out your mama's, huh? Why you gotta call me Dr. Pepper? I don't even drink soda, bro. That's a weird fucking flex. It's okay, though. Fuckboy feelings matter, too. So we love you, buddy. Susie Friedman. Too lazy to scroll, missed it. What happened with Diddy? And what's the TLDR? TLDR. What's a TLDR? So look, basically, Susie, what it happened was, yesterday we got news that the defense said that CNN had destroyed the original tape of Diddy beating up Cassie Ventura, and it wasn't going to be able to be used in the court in the case against Diddy. And today the prosecution said, probably not, dog. We got the tape. CNN said they're lying. So what Diddy's defense did was they went in open court and lied in a motion to the judge. So now not only is that video usable against Diddy, but it made them look like absolute clowns. And very easy to prove because they made other claims like they removed the timestamp. Well, the timestamp's visible in the video. We watched the video yesterday. The timestamp was right there. So that's kind of crazy. Seth Huskasaki. Huskasay. I hope I butchered your name. I'm sorry, Seth. So hearing about Diddler's the Clown Day today, from what I hear, it's all blub blub, honk honk, and someone filling up the gas tank on a wood chipper. I love that. I think that we need to do, in fact, I will personally fill the gas tanks in wood chippers nationwide out of the goodness of my own heart, out of my own pocket. If we could start prescribing wood chippers for pedophiles, just get a doctor to write the prescription. You know what you need, sir, to help you stop touching kids in inappropriate ways? I'm going to write you a prescription for the wood chipper. Feet first, in you go. Ready Trainer Red said, from my brother and I for the wood chipper fund. And you know what? Big love to you and your brother. Well, I was just sitting here talking about how I would fund the wood chipper. We have like-minded and like-hearted individuals in the chat, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Big respect to you and your bro. And then we have Aya Slayer. Much love, JD. TDLR means too long, don't read. Yeah, keep up the great work. You see that? I admitted to not knowing another thing, and you guys went out of your way to educate me. Aya Slayer, big love and respect to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Ed, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. And Commentary Connoisseur said, now that you're off of probations, do you think probation actually helps people, or is it just a money farm and a setup? Much love. Sorry for being off topic. Well, I'm actually glad you asked that because, as much as a judge has ruled that I get early termination of probation, there's been some sort of lack of communication from the state of Florida to the state of Oregon, and they still have not removed my probation from me. A judge's orders are usually where it's at, but as of right now, I still have not, my probation here has not been notified. So I need to act like I'm still on probation, which is vexing and frustrating, but it is the consequences of my terrible actions. Susie Friedman, thank you so much. I appreciate you educating me. So, when I committed crimes, I gave up the right to dictate what my consequences should be. And I just need to follow every single thing that a judge gave me until I'm told that it's over. That's what accountability is. I don't have to like it. I have to follow it. And it's in my best interest to keep a positive attitude about it because that's just what life is, man. You got to take accountability for your actions. If you buy the ticket, you got to ride the ride, man. I played stupid games and I'm still dealing with my stupid prizes. Now, as far as your question about do I think it helps? I think that there's, something to be said for accountability. I really do. Having a lot of time hanging over your head if you get violated and you go back and you see that judge and you know that judge in the state of Florida told you he was going to hit you with like 30 years in prison if you fuck up once, that definitely is a motivating factor. I think that having that hanging over my head probably did help keep me straight. The other thing I'll say is the state of Florida doesn't charge, or at least in Volusia County, they didn't charge me any supervision fees. Now, I don't know if that was because the judge didn't order that and they do order it for other people, but I was charged no supervision fees there, and they don't have supervision fees here either. So I was never charged any supervision fees. So I literally was not paying them anything. I was a burden, which I don't disagree with charging people when you have all of these resources coming out of taxpayer money to keep people supervised on probation. I think that people should have some sort of culpability in that. I think it should be reasonable, but I never had to pay anything. And I think that's weird, personally. Manzatheria, too long, too lazy, didn't read. Thank you. I appreciate you. Big love. Stephen Duke, Wes Watson is a Happy Meal version of Andrew Tate. Oh, man. Yeah, he's definitely the compact version, bro. I'm never one to make fun of a short king. We love short kings here, bro. But I don't think that Wes Watson is very kingly. And I think the way that he treats other people, he tries to make other people feel small to make himself look bigger. And that's the smallest of a human being can be, is when you try to do that. Chad Collins, thank you so much. Huge love, brother. Appreciate you. Whoa, Angelina Naranjo. I hope I pronounced your name right. If you gave me that much support and that much love and I mispronounced your name, I'm going to feel like an asshole. I'm sorry, Angelina. Love you, JD, and your channel. We love you, sis. Thank you so much. Big love and respect to you. That support helps out a lot. You have no idea. Backwoods Templar, old school day one family. I'm going to say it now with all the info Diddy has on people who went to his parties. Diddy didn't kill himself. Well, you know what? If this had an Epsteinish ending, I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked. Here's the thing, is that we know that Diddy was video recording a lot of these sexual escapades with people that are very high up, at least in the entertainment industry, in the fashion industry, in the music industry, and those videos have not been submitted. So what's going on with that? What's going on with that? I just want to know. And I find it a little bit funny that some of these people that were in Diddy's inner circle came out in avid support of Kamala. I'm not trying to get political here, but I find it fucking weird that you got Beyonce and J-Lo. Like, the people who came and publicly spoke out for her seemed like straight up off of a Diddy party list. I'm just saying, man, I'm going to call suspicious when I see suspicious. Seth said, major question. Do you think Diddy uses lotion in his clown makeup? Because we will all know his lawyers are probably a part of it, of his circus, with how dumb they seem to be acting. Well, here's the thing, Seth, I would agree with you except on one thing. I don't believe he uses lotion. I think he's more of a baby oil type of weirdo, bro. And I think that we have plenty. I think that, like, I could back that up in a court of law because they found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. So I think that he probably has a preference with how much baby oil they found. Now, if we're talking about his defense team being clowns, his excuse, Mark's excuse for Diddy having that much baby oil was that he bought it at Costco. Then Costco came out with a public statement and said, absolutely the fuck not. You're not involving us in whatever the hell this is. They came out with a public statement and said, we have never carried baby oil at any of our U.S. locations. You know they had to go and double check that to make sure that they didn't carry baby oil at any point in their history. And they did that work to make sure that Diddy didn't use them as an excuse for why he had all of that lubrication. Ugh. Jody on 77. They should just let it go. I respect your channel so much because you are humble. Admit your mistakes and live better every day. It's inspiring and helps me. So if it means anything, thank you, man. Joe, that means a lot, bro. That honestly means a lot, bro, because like there were so many years of my life when I was in such a dark place and I felt unseen and I felt unheard and I felt like my voice never mattered, bro. You know, and that probably was something that came from when I was very young, you know, when I was 6 years old and stuff happened to me and I didn't feel like I had a voice to be able to speak what happened to me when I was young. And now I have a community of millions of people, bro. We got 1.3, almost 1.4 million people here, 1.7 on one TikTok account, almost 600,000 on my backup account. We've got 220,000 almost on the Insta, 180,000 over on the book. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, there is nowhere that I would rather be than right here with you guys. This YouTube community is so powerful. You guys are so supportive of each other. It's so uplifting. I do not do lives anywhere else. I don't. And lives are the best way to interact. Lives are where I get to know you and you get to know me better. I don't do that anywhere but here. You guys are my fucking tribe, dog. You guys are my people. Bad Gabe, if George Carlin was still alive right now, facts, dude. Yo, if we could clone somebody and bring him back like Jurassic Park style, I would want it to be George Carlin. And I think we should mix him with a Velociraptor. A Velociraptor George Carlin would be fucking hilarious and deadly. And I feel like he would be properly motivated to go after the right folks. Just me? Anybody else agree? Commentary connoisseur. Someone please make an AI image of Diddy wearing Kool-Aid lipstick. I need that image. Somebody please do that and please tag me. That was a great idea, dog. 5-minute tourism. Opinion on the Tates. Not a Tate fan. Never been a Tate fan. I wasn't a Tate fan before all of the allegations came out. And I was definitely not a Tate fan after. Now, I will say this. They're still just allegations. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I don't like dude's outlook on life. I don't like dude's outlook on women. I don't like the way that dude, I feel like, does the same thing Wes Watson does. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a Tate fan. That doesn't mean that he's guilty. I think that he's 100% gone on live streams and talked through the entire playbook of how to human traffic women, vulnerable women that are insecure, how to use their insecurities to dominate them and get them what you want to do, what you want to do. Let me let you know, using somebody's insecurities to dominate them is not what somebody who is alpha does, brother. That's not the definition of being a real man. And I don't subscribe to it. And I know there's a lot of people that are big Tate fans. It just can't be me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of those things that we're going to have to just lovingly agree to disagree upon. But I do acknowledge that they're definitely not guilty until proven guilty in a court of law. Through my lens, can you please look at a news story? Convicted murderer released early, hit my son's friend with a truck. Wow, I'm going to screenshot that and I'm going to look for that. But can you please give me more information on that? I need to know like what state, at least state, to be able to find that properly. And I'm sorry that y'all are going through that. Master Uguay said, you let social media paint a bad image on him for you, bro. People took bits and pieces from long form videos and made a bad image for you, homie. Well, you know what? I understand that I don't know him personally. You don't either, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know him. Maybe you guys are way back in the Maybach and shit. But from what I've seen, he says some pretty abhorrent shit, bro. He's just not for me. And it's okay. We can agree to disagree, homie. Like, dislike. Just got here. Can you catch me up to speed? Man, like, dislike. We have done the catching up to speed 3 times. Please bear with us. I will get back and do it again, but I don't want to keep doing it back to back to back to back. I will run through it again, but let's give it a little minute to simmer because the people who've been here the whole time have heard it like 3 times already, bro. Seth said, I drew Diddy in clown makeup and dripping makeup. Not sure if that'll work as Kool-Aid makeup though. Maps colors. That's sick, bro. That's 100% sick. I think that's even better. Now, you know who else would do a great job of that? Have you guys ever seen the account Trans Wes Watson? Because they do some great stuff with Wes. It's fucking hilarious to me. Onyx JDD, your comment on wood chipping a pedo is everything. Yeah, is everything. Well, thank you, man. I just think it's the best solution. I think it's a great way for us to be able to turn a negative into a positive. You know, mulch, bro. Mulch them. I would just like to say, yo, we got Jax in the chat. She's not feeling good, but she's still here hanging out with us. I love you, sweetie. You're the best. I'm glad that you're cuddling those dogs. I'm sorry that I got you sick. Fuck that plane trip back from Tennessee. Somebody must have given us the vid. Let's see. And if you put them in the wood chipper, it's a really great way of them not reoffending. Yo, Tyga, 1000% agree. You think Drewski is a booty bandit as well? I think that Drewski is 100% innocent until proven guilty. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying, reaffirming what he said, which was that he wasn't famous back then, so he couldn't have done it. Well, you got to understand, Diddy has a pattern of getting people that were young and aspiring, getting them to do weird sexually deviant shit, recording it, and then he's got them in his pocket, and then he helps them to get famous. So I don't think that that's actual good proof, just that he wasn't famous. Not famous people do fucked up shit all the time. But I haven't seen any proof that he actually is guilty. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff in that lawsuit that makes me think that it might be a false flag. That they might have, the defense team might have seen how many lawsuits are coming out, and they might have made somebody say some stuff that was really ridiculous and that they're able to prove didn't happen to muddy the waters. And you know, sort of take away from the credibility of all of them. Jake Timms, is getting sober and then failing normal? I did. Jake, that is so normal, bro. It is more normal than getting sober and not ever failing, bro. I failed over and over and over and over again until one day it just worked, bro. It just worked because I was really willing to surrender myself and do whatever it took. Anything short of sucking a dick, and I would do it to stay sober. And I had that mindset when I got into recovery this last time, and it worked. And now I'm, you know, almost 6 years in now, bro. But I failed over and over and over again. So if you try and you fail, you're on the right path and you're headed in the right direction. Don't beat yourself up because you hit a hiccup in your road, bro. It's okay. Dab and Rhino got a $35K a year raise this past week, brother. Life is good right now. Hope it lasts. Bro, I am so fucking proud of you, dog. Hell yeah, that is one hell of a raise, bro. Get it. Hell yeah. Commentary connoisseur. Anti-coup vibes from northern Wisconsin. Get well soon, Jax. We love you so much. We appreciate you, homie. Yeah, the vid doesn't hit me the way that it hits Jax. Jax definitely gets it worse than I do. We've had it multiple times, and I usually I can stay working and keeping stuff up as long as I don't have to go in public. Now, here's the thing. I literally had to turn down free Theo Vaughn tickets last night, and I like Theo. Recently, I was in Nashville when I found out he actually follows me back on Insta. Excuse me, sir? What? But we got offered free tickets last night for my tattoo artist who didn't feel well and wasn't going to go. And I didn't want to go sick and take the chance of infecting other people because that's an asshole thing to do, man, you know? Like, dislike. Okay, cool. Thanks, bro. Tell Jax I love her and get well soon. Love you, bro. Thank you so much. I love the respect and being able to go back and forth and keep things respectful and kind. Thank you for being that type of a human being. I love you and I respect you and I appreciate you. I saw somebody ask, please respond, are you a white supremacist? Absolutely not. I denounce white supremacy in all forms. I think it's stupid. I think it's arrogant. And I think it's based out of fear. Fear and ignorance. I denounce white supremacy on every possible level, brother. That's never been me, and it's never gonna be me. So let's just keep that entirely clear. I think it's important anytime that I'm asked to make the simple distinction. It's not hard to denounce white supremacy, but it's an important thing to do. Rev Robbins lost 10 pounds on the carnivore diet so far. Just wanted to say, Say it. Love you, brother. Keep fighting the good fight, bro. I'm so proud of you. That is so lit to be able to do that, man. Hell yes. I love seeing everybody's progress. You know, I've been on a weight loss journey myself. I don't like to talk about it a whole lot because I feel like it's just, I don't want to annoy people with my stupid health, and fitness goals and stuff like that. That's not what people are here for. But I know how hard it is. So I'm fucking proud of you, dude. Stay with it. Ace Trash. I know I mispronounced that. I'm sorry, homie. Major thing that irritates me about the Diddy trial is the number of high-power people knew. I wonder what will happen when Diddy's defense crumbles and these names come out for real. You know what? Hey, anybody who knew and didn't say anything is just as guilty as if they were doing the dick stuff. Anybody who knows about people that are sexually assaulting people and you're just as guilty as if you're doing the dick stuff. I just want everybody to know that. There's no way that I could ever let it go down and not stop it personally, physically, or at the very least, put the police on it so they could stop it. Sarah Beamer, just showing some love to you and the fam on throat. Hell yeah, Sarah. Love you, sis. So glad that you're here with us tonight. Thank you so much. And yo, we have a YouTube legend in the house tonight. My good buddy Jumpsuit Pablo is here. Big dog, hardest working YouTuber, man. I am blessed and highly favored to have the friends that I have, the family that I have, the community that I have. And I know you know what that's like, Jump, because you and your kiosk crew are viciously, savagely loyal, and you guys all have each other's backs, man. And I love that there's so much crossover, brother, because you are such a good friend, and I love you, Jump. It's good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Zombie Tom Media, watching from work. Hope you both feel better soon. Zombie Tom, thank you so much, dog. You know, I actually have 2 zombies tattooed on me, bro. I'm a big zombie enthusiast. LDJ666 says, love from the UK. Love right back to you in the UK, homie. Mob Stopper. Would have you eat Vegemite? I don't know what Vegemite is, my friend. Can anybody educate me on that? 5-minute tourism. Thought on 12-step God-centered recovery. Well, look, I'm going to tell you right now, when I first got into recovery, the 12 steps was the pathway that I walked, and they helped me get through my first couple of years. They helped me get my feet underneath me. It wasn't my final destination. My final destination was smart recovery, because I need to know why I'm fucked up. But, God has been a big part of my journey and a big part of my recovery, and I give him the absolute credit for helping me restore myself to a normal, sane human being, as sane as I am and as normal as I could be. And, the 12 steps did a lot for me. There were a lot of men who mentored me and helped me get to where I am today, and I will always love and respect them for that. The 12 steps is not something that I continue to participate in other than sponsoring the men that I work with who, that's their chosen pathway to recovery. I don't think it works for everybody, but the people that it works for, God, what a lifesaver, man. Always show love and respect to the 12 steps. Through my lens. Connecticut, my husband DM'd you on Instagram. I will look for that. Thank you so much, sis. Ayasha Loya Fine Arts. JD, do you feel Diddy's assets are on hold? So his lawyers' funds are getting slim and his money is available is running out. I'm not sure what they seized of his, to be honest with you. I haven't done any research on that. That would be a really good thing to research. So thank you for bringing that up. Unfortunately, I'm not educated on that, and I'm going to have to get back to you once I've educated myself. I love and I respect you. Darth Blaine. Hey, JD, I love your videos. Did the jury sentence Diddy to the death penalty? Do you have any info on the Diddy case? I do enjoy your shorts as well. Well, here's the thing, my friend. I love your energy on this. I'm hoping for the death penalty as well, but we haven't even started trial yet. We have not even started trial yet. They start trial the 5th of May. The 5th of May, I believe, we start trial. So we've got a long ways to go, homie, but we're getting there. Right now, what they're doing is they're going back and forth in motions as to whether or not the video of him beating Cassie Ventura is going to be allowed to be shown to the jury. Now, yesterday, the defense did a motion stating that CNN destroyed the original tape, and the original tape is the only thing that could be shown in court. And they accused CNN of this, and then CNN came out and said, we didn't destroy shit. And the prosecution said, oh, by the way, yeah, we have the original tape. We got it from CNN. Fuck you very much. So they made themselves look like ass clowns, and it's the worst possible news for Diddy. His defense team just lost all credibility, and they got the tape to be able to play for the jury. So that's where we're at right now. Looking bad for Diddy again. Yesterday I was bummed out because I thought that maybe CNN had gotten paid off to destroy the tape, but it turns out it was all bullshit. Prosecution has it. Commissary Connoisseur, you obviously have to get on this past weekend with Theo Von. You're the exact type of guest that we Theodore fans are interested in. Please try. That would be huge. Well, you know what? I am such a huge Theo fan. I would love to do it. I have never hit somebody up and been like, hey, bro, have me on your podcast. But, you know, I think I might try it with Theo because I'd just love to do it, man. I love Theo. I think he's a great dude. I think he's hilarious. I think he has a kind and humble heart, and I think I might be able to just hit him up since we follow each other on Insta and just be like, hey, bruh, have me on, dog. We'll see. I'd love to do it, man. Whiskey Echo. Can you send a shout out to Drunk Jimmy in Tulsa? Drunk Jimmy in Tulsa! Turn yourself in and get clean for your kid, dude. Don't be like your father. Don't be like Fred. I think we did it. Drunk Jimmy, what you gonna do? You gonna turn yourself in? I did, repeatedly. And now my life is better than I ever imagined it would be, and I have my relationship with my family and my children back, bro. And I want the same for you. I love you, bro. Through My Lens. It happened in Volutown, Connecticut. On Monday, Edward Boyle Jr. is the chomo. He hit 3 dirt bikes, killing Mike Davis. Thank you and God bless you. Sweetie, I'm so sorry to hear about all of that. I'm going to be looking into that. I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. Big love. Aosha Loya Fine Arts. This is for you and Jax. You are the only one ever to pronounce my name right, 100%. And prayers for you and Jax. I am so glad that I was able to pronounce your name right. I hope I did it correct the second time. We love you, sis. Thank you. And we got Zombie Tom Media. Been building transmissions for Chrysler for 10 years and also doing concert photography for 6. Hell yeah. Photographed Jelly Roll at Pierre's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Man, did you meet Jelly? Isn't he a great dude, bro? That's awesome. I love people who do good photography, man. I think that shit is so cool. I can navigate video a little bit and do video editing, but photography is such like a honed art. Like you have to have the eye for it, and I don't, bro. I'm bad at it. Big love to you, man. Backwoods Templar. Don't be like Fred. What did I do? I'm a good noodle. Yo, yeah, come on. Let's all be nice to Backwoods Templar. We love you, doggy. We appreciate you. I think chomos look good in a wood chipper. I do too. I think they look better coming out the back end than in the front end going in. But when they're like halfway in the faces, oh, that shit's cool too. I like it. It's a whole vibe. All right, you guys, I've got to go. I'm feeling the Vidian. I need to go get myself like a nice smoothie with a couple scoops of protein in it. Make sure Jax is taken care of. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I love each and every one of you. Thank you to everyone that donated. Thank you. Another thank you to Angela Naranjo. Thank you so much. Everybody who's been here. Thank you to the mods. I love you guys. I'm going to be back soon. And until then, one love. Be good or be good at it, baby. Let's all go out and have a badass weekend because you're badasses.